Well, thank you so much. Chris Sebastian, thank you so much for joining us when you are so crazily busy today.
It's
How
all
is it
good.
like you had baby Ava in March?
We did, and it has been. I think for me, I'm really enjoying it now because she's now obsessed with me.
Yeah.
So now, Dad, like obviously before that, it was like Mum's the best and all
Yeah.
of that, but now it's Dad's the best. So
Oh my God,
I'm loving it.
the best 2020 as opposed to most people, haven't you? Really?
Look, I have, and I hate saying it. I've been incredibly blessed in 2020, so I'm very grateful for that.
It's really. Does Natasha sing? Natasha's your wife? Does she sing as well?
Yeah.
Does she?
She can sing. She doesn't pursue it. She wouldn't call herself a singer, but she can definitely sing.
So do you have
Absolutely.
in the Sebastian household at Christmas? Do you all sing?
Look, we do. There's an annual
so
Christmas
jealous.
playlist. We don't do a lot. Like, to be honest, we probably play. I mean, I've literally played golf with all of my brothers today, which was great. We haven't done that. Oh my gosh, we probably haven't done that in maybe 3 or 4 years. Just we're all traveling but no, yeah, it was great. So there's probably more sport happening. We played cricket yesterday, but we definitely do have a sing.
That's so exciting, and how fun to top it off with Carols by Candlelight at the end of the year.
I cannot wait. Yeah, it's going to be so great.
This is your first one, right?
It's not. It's actually my second, but I haven't done it since 2005, and I haven't done it as like my own act. I did it with my brother the first time around. So this is now me doing it as Chris Sebastian. So which is really
exactly. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Is it something that, I mean, everyone who I've ever interviewed for Carols by Candlelight says, "Oh my God, we all sat around the television and we watched it." Is that the same with your family?
We haven't missed Carols by Candlelight. I mean, I can't think of a year where we didn't watch it. I mean, it is absolutely the center point of our, because we celebrate on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is like our biggest celebration. So it's, eat the most ridiculous amount of food while watching Carols by Candlelight.
Is it calorie free on Christmas? I think it might be.
Oh my gosh, not for us. We're not counting calories on Christmas Eve.
No one counts. You can't. You've got to let it go on Christmas, don't you? You've got to just
absolutely.
You just got to do it. So, do you watch the replay as well? Because I watch the replay on Christmas Day as well as watching it the night before.
We do. I mean, we're probably not as like Christmas Eve. We're staring at it. We're focusing on it.
Background.
Christmas Day's on in the background because obviously we love the kids are opening presents and that whole thing. So it's great to have on regardless.
Oh, it's such a nice time of the year, isn't it? It's so great.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that Carols is still going ahead because Vision Australia is such an important charity for Australia.
Such an important charity and such a great, generous, and just the level of love and care that they have for people and for what the foundation of the charity is just beautiful to not only watch but to now get to be a part of, even if it's just a small part. For me is it's a truly an honor because there is so many things that this year I think specifically we need this year. It's all about this communion and this just this sense of community. We're all in this together. We're all
brought everyone together, don't you think?
It absolutely has, and I just think something like this is going to unite people, wherever they are in Australia, where whatever circumstance they're in, and whatever happens to be the way that they're celebrating Christmas this year. It's such a center point.
Yeah, I totally agree. Are you cooking Christmas lunch?
We all are. So we've this is how intense Christmas is in the. Oh, that's it. You already started. That's brilliant. This is how intense the food situation is in the Sebastian household. We have to have a proper family spreadsheet. So it's made up. I think we finished it about a month ago. Yes. So each person has got a specific thing. So I'm doing ribs. Guys doing. Yeah, so I'm doing some barbecue ribs. Guys doing some steaks and some seafood. My younger brother's making an incredible dessert. Mum's making the turkey / a bunch of curries. Dad's making these noodles. Like everyone's got something to do. So it's gonna be so great. I can't wait.
I love your family. I love the way you're all so supportive of each other. And I don't know you in real life. I mean, I've met Guy before, interviewed Guy before, but I've never met you before. But I love the way Guy was so thrilled when you won. Like, genuinely dead set, like, just wanted it for you so much.
Yeah, no, he's always championed me, you know, like there's always been a level of, like, obviously brothers, like that's such an incredible bond, but there's always been a mentor mentee. Yeah, not always. I mean, definitely for us, I think that's such a testament to Mum and Dad. They've been so great in getting us all together. And, you know, if ever we were fighting as kids, she was like, I ain't having that. You will fix it or I'll fix it for you. So yeah, they taught us to be close, and it's stayed with us.
It's beautiful. So I just have to have a couple of voice questions because I watched that really quickly and I loved it. So when you stopped performing and COVID came on, what was it like to perform in front with no audience?
It was so strange.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is probably a little bit too inside information, but so when we got back, right, so we all thought, oh, the voices are going to go ahead, you know, we've filmed these first 2 rounds, it's going to stop, but when we came back, when they figured out a way to do it with COVID, obviously we're all, you know, so relieved. And there was the next round was the playoffs. So it's after the battles you go into the playoffs, and that's filmed over, I believe, 2 days. So you're either on day 1 or you're on day 2. So I happened to be on day 2, and we arrived on day 2 to a meeting with all the producers, and they're like, so, hey, we filmed yesterday. Like, yesterday was day 1, and obviously because there's no crowd, it was tough. Yeah. So they just said, you guys really need to bring like another level of energy, because the people that were sort of having to do it on day 1, because it hadn't been done before, then no one had experienced that.
They're wanting to react.
Yeah, and so it looked weird because there was no crowd and they didn't feed off the crowd. So we just want you guys on day 2 to fix it. So look, it was so strange. It was so, because there is a delay also. So when you see on TV, like, Kelly and George clapping after we perform, it was like we finished the song and there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, yay, like that was great. So like we had to just do those awkward sort of waits and stuff, and you finish and it's just Guy and Delta clapping. You know, so it was strange, but it was awesome.
And how has that changed for you, being 2020, where you couldn't get out there and promote it like you normally would? You know, you'd normally go on a bit of a tour, and has that changed it, or does that all happen like next year?
Look, it has, but we found a way to make it happen anyway. I think, you know, 2020 is the kind of the year of adapting and just making things happen. So we ended up doing the most 2020 tour as that you can sort of get. We called it the 2020 COVID tour. And it was literally, I played in theaters to people that had to sit down at tables, and they weren't allowed to sing along. They weren't allowed to, like, get up and move around and mingle with other people. So I still toured. There were smaller shows, but we got out on the road, we played, and you know, I've got my single that comes out on the 4th of Feb, and an EP. I got 4 singles. Hard to Get to Love, the single's called. So I got 4 singles coming out next year and an EP, and then an album that comes out in January of 2022. So
you write this song?
I didn't write this song. This is a friend of mine actually wrote this. They played it for me straight after The Voice finished, and I was like, dude, this song is really, really good. I can't wait. And so they wrote it, you know, hoping that I would cut it, and I said, yeah, absolutely, let's go. So
wow. Oh my God.
So far, we've got 7 songs that I've written for the next record, so that we're really excited about.
That's super exciting. That's so
so 2021 will be better. We're all hoping for.
When I heard you sing with Daryl Braithwaite, like, I know you love him. That must have been so thrilling. I reckon he loves you guys though, because I reckon his love song sounds very Sebastian-esque.
Yeah,
I
remember hearing that. I remember hearing, so he performed that song the week before we sang together. And I remember going over to him because I love Daryl Braithwaite.
Yeah, he's great.
I remember being nervously walking over to him. I was like, hey man, I love your song. That is awesome. I just wanted to tell you. And he was so nice. He was so outrageously nice. So I loved every second of that.
Oh, isn't it the best when you meet someone that you really have held in such esteem, and then they're like as what you want to be?
Absolutely. But I find that's just every Australian, you know, icon or celebrity or artist. Everyone's nice. It's really hard to find someone that's not. I just think that's the Aussie way.
True story. I agree with you. Well, thank you for giving me your time. I'm so grateful, and it's such a thrill to meet and talk with you, because seeing as I was and you won, and it was so exciting. It was great.
Thank you so much, and thanks again for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, everyone get behind Vision Australia and donate some dollars to this. Like, I'm going to do it as soon as we finish this, and spread it around, share the video, and get your friends to donate. It'll be lovely. Happy Christmas, Chris.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Lots of
no worries. Yeah.